Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a pick a card reading, and so I invite you all to pick one of the three piles, pile 1, 2 or 3. So what I'm going to do is give you a personalized reading based on the pile that you have chosen. So what I will do is pop in the description below what the timestamp is for the pile that you have picked, so either pile 1, 2 or 3. And this reading is all about what you need to know right now, what your spirit guides are trying to tell you right now, a message that you need to receive right now. I also really want to say that it's really important to note that these are general readings, so the whole of the reading may not resonate with you, but I really feel that at least a part of it will. So if there's just a part that doesn't resonate, it doesn't mean it's not an accurate reading or anything. It just means that that part didn't resonate because I am reading, for the general public. I'm reading for whoever picks this pile. So some parts are going to really resonate with you and some parts may not. But I just wanted to say that so that you go into this really knowing what you're expecting. So I hope you enjoy your reading and let's go. Okay, so pile number 1, we start off with the Goddess Guidance cards, and we have 3 goddesses here. So the first one is really saying to you that, everything is occurring in perfect timing right now. You don't need to rush or hurry or force anything, and just to go with the flow with what you're trying to create. And maybe the message that you need to receive right now is that you don't need to worry. You're being looked after by your spirit guides. You're being looked after by all of these goddesses and angels that surround you. And there's a real symbol of peace within her with the bird. And I just really feel that she is coming across from this place of total peace. And this essence that you don't have a need to force anything because you can create anything that you want to create. And it's very interesting that I've just been saying peace so many times. I've just looked over to the other side where I can see the goddess Irene, who is the goddess of peace, who literally says on her card, there is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. And what I'm really getting from this is you're kind of surrounded by this sense of peace, this sense of calm, this sense of not needing to hurry towards anything and just taking your time. And then in the middle we have Rhiannon, who is the sorceress goddess, the goddess of magic, who's showing you that you're a really magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And she's really coming up to show you that anything that you're desiring, anything that you are feeling you're working really hard for, maybe you've been working too hard for, these things are going to come, and everything's going to happen in its own time, which is why there's this sense of calm and peace and not hurrying, rushing or forcing things to happen, because you really are magic and you really have this potential to manifest exactly what it is that you want. And there's this real sense of, believing in yourself. And I think she's really coming through to say that all that you really need to do is not hard work, or is not, push yourself to beyond the physical, limits of what you can do. It's not about stress. It's not about, this striving nature. That it's actually about really connecting with who you are as your magical person, as your, this magical you who is inside you. I mean, if you look at the card, she's riding a unicorn. She's right there in the full magical realm, and there's a sense that you can really manifest this. You can manifest your intentions into reality because you are this magical person. You are this, sorceress or sorcerer energy. You have this real sense of a magic ability to bring things into the real world. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting from this. I'm going to add a couple more cards now. So the next 2 cards we have are from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and we have the Mintican card, which is really representing that maybe you have gone through a period of feeling like you don't belong, maybe looking for where your real soul home is. Maybe you've felt lost or not connecting to the people around you, and it's kind of a sign to say that you are your home. You have all of the power within you that you need to hold yourself in this sacred way that creates a home within you. Your soul is your home. You're not worried. You don't need to worry about finding other people who are going to fit with you, because actually when you take a moment and you focus on your home and yourself and your soul, you'll actually bring in these people. You'll attract these people, the right people who are coming to you to really be with your soul's energy and to not drain it or take from it, but to actually nourish it. And you will nourish them and they will nourish you, and it will be this kind of back and forth and like an infinity symbol of just flow between the two of you. And the other card we have is Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, who is all about divine planning, seeding the light, laying foundations, the beginning. There's a sense of, maybe you're at the beginning of your spiritual journey, maybe you're not. Maybe this is a general reading, so I'm just picking up on things that will be relevant to some of you, and take what resonates and just leave what doesn't. So this might be that you're at the beginning of your spiritual journey, or you're at the beginning of teaching others on their spiritual journey. Maybe this is your sign to say you're ready to start sharing your spiritual wisdom with others. And from this sense of you connecting to your home, your soul, yourself, you'll come from this place of being able to then show others the way, from seeding this light for others. And there's a sense of divine plan and divine timing, that everything is going to happen exactly how it's meant to, and there's nothing to worry about. Again, going back to your original 3 cards, you've got this real sense of natural flow, no pushing, no rush, no hurrying. And this Anna, the grandmother of Jesus card, is really saying that everything's happening. This is a divine plan happening in divine timing, and there's no mistakes. And you really have a purpose, and you really have a very magical gift to manifest and bring these things through. So maybe she's signifying this is the beginning of your spiritual journey, and you're learning to manifest and learning to bring through these divine energies. Or maybe she's signifying that it's time for you to start sharing your wisdom in that way. Okay, so I've just popped on another 2 cards, which are from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle deck. And we have the Serpent and the Burden card. And what this is really saying is, the serpent is all about knowledge and healing, and it's all about this sense of really knowing who you are, which again, we're coming back to that sense of really knowing yourself, knowing your soul, knowing your home, and just that really connecting to that to be able to bring forth this manifestation, this power that you have. And I think, I'm looking at the other card, which is burden, and it has a flag on it and everything. It's saying that maybe there are people in your life who your spirit guides are trying to either warn you about and say, these people are here to drain your energy, and maybe it's time for you to focus internally rather than give too much. It's very often that we give and give and give and give, and we don't actually learn to receive. And I think maybe this is another thing, that you have people around you who, they're not bad people, but they just have gotten used to taking from you because that's what you've given them. And maybe this is a time to really just realign and refocus who is around you, and just refocus to yourself and think, what do I need, what do I want, and really come from that place. And don't think of yourself as a burden, because you're not. You're a very magical being, obviously, as these cards are so clearly saying. And I think, going back to the serpent, we have this divine knowledge coming through, and the serpent, has a history of being a divine feminine symbol, which I think is really powerful. And regardless of your gender or sex, it's all about this this ability to go with the flow and to be gentle and peaceful, that I feel is being really called to you. And again, looking at the cards, we going back to the goddess cards at the beginning, we have easy does it, peace, and sorceress. Like, there's this sense of real calm magic happening. And I think, it's a very feminine energy, and that's not, saying that you necessarily have a feminine energy, but it's the natural flow, the kind of more creative side of us as human beings, really, And, if you think about, the left and right side of the brains, they often say it's the masculine and feminine, and the masculine is kind of the more logical, rational, even manifesting side of the brain, and the feminine is kind of the more creative, intuitive side. And actually, when you bring them together in balance, you can really manifest the magic that your creative side of the brain is saying. So I think maybe what these cards are coming up to say to you is to really nurture your inner feminine, to really nurture the creative side of you, because you have this power to manifest, and it's clear, and it's right in the center of the reading, that the Rhiannon card of manifesting. And I think, getting to know yourself, getting to know these other parts of you are going to really clear this up for you and really show you exactly how to use this to your best advantage and to grow more and more and more. And now just adding on these crystal grid oracle cards just to get some even more messages coming through. And we have the cards of communication, soul journey, and emotions. And I feel that this is very strongly saying that, the journey you are on is to connect with your soul. Again, that soul journey card is in the center. It's this real, just really powerful message to connect to yourself, to really get to know yourself. And the communication card, I feel like it's a saying that, you know, the more you connect to yourself and what you really want and what you really want to manifest, the more you can communicate this. And I think this will benefit your communication in all ways. I think it will benefit, you know, the ability for you to literally communicate, and also to communicate with yourself and your spirit guides, because the more you connect to that, you know, creative, intuitive, feminine side of yourself, as I've been saying, you know, you'll be able to communicate more. And actually, I'm looking at the communication card now and I'm noticing the number 3 on it, and 3 is often, you know, the number of creativity of the divine feminine even. So I really feel that, you know, you're really being guided to get in touch with that side of yourself. And again, looking over at the other side, we have emotions, and there is the triple moon symbol in the center of that, which again is a symbol of the goddess, with the 2 crescent moons and then the round full moon in the center. And you know, we're back at number 1, you know, really looking at the self here and your emotions and connecting to your emotions and not being afraid of what these emotions may mean to you. And I think once you can understand yourself and your emotions, you're really going to take leaps forward on your soul journey, but there's just no rush for anything. And I think, you know, these initial cards, again, going back to that sense of peace, easy does it, you know, gentle connection to yourself, I think is the real key, and the real message is coming through from your spirit guides. So that's the end of your reading, pile number 1, and I hope that really resonates with you. If it did, please like this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay, pile number 2, welcome to the reading. So we're starting off with these 3 goddess cards, and you know, we're really looking at some very profound different areas of life here. So the true love card really comes up when, you know, there's this real sense of alignment with your soul. And this could literally mean, you know, there's a true love in your life, and, you know, it's a really profound, deep love, and it's very romantic, and the universe is going to deliver this great love to you. But what I'm really feeling is that it's about abundance, and it's about this, you know, abundance of love, of whatever it may be that comes through. Maybe it's something that you really need, that you really want, but, you know, it says on the card, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. And I feel that this is really a card of manifestation, that you've really manifested something very positive. It could literally be a romantic relationship, it could be love, it could be whatever this may mean to you, you know, it could be just the universe is going to return all of your positive manifesting and really bring to you this real sense of great positivity and love to you. And I think that's really beautiful, and it's going to be something that's very positive, and it's going to be equal. And if it does talk about a relationship, it's going to be a very equal relationship. You know, there's not going to be one of you who's, you know, more powerful than the other, or, you know, one of you is above or below the other one of you. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm looking at the next card, the card of fairness, and, you know, she holds the scales in her hands, and there's this real sense of just this kind of equality. So these cards can mean such a variety of things. I'm getting a lot of messages coming through. So the other thing that's really coming through is the sense of, you know, justice really coming through. And I think, you know, when I look at the 3 cards, there's an element of the earth in all of them. Obviously, in the Mother Earth card, it's literally Mother Earth and you being called upon to help with environmentalism. In the central card, there's flowers around the edges and birds flying, and this scales of justice. And I feel like this is really powerful. And in the true love card, she's holding flowers. She's, you know, she's looking at these flowers lovingly. These flowers are the thing that she loves. So there is this sense that maybe you're being called forward to really stand up and protect your nature, your natural surroundings, you know, things that are around you, the earth. And there's this real sense of justice. And, you know, if this is to do with a romantic relationship, then it's a very fair and equal relationship. Maybe you even have a mutual interest in looking after the planet. This might not be a huge interest. It could just be, you know, the smallest little, oh, we're both really interested in, you know, doing everything we can in our relationship to be the most green and the most environmental and ethical in how we shop, and, you know, the cars we drive and how we travel and all that kind of thing. So the other things that these cards could really mean is just that this real sense of, you know, you being really looked after by the earth. there's this real sense of, Mother Earth and the universe really coming forward and sharing its abundance with you, really giving you this love because you have drawn it to you by, really glowing and really being the loving, beautiful soul that you are. And, I'm really looking at these cards and seeing that it's kind of like maybe there's been a struggle, maybe your life hasn't been the easiest, but the universe is kind of recognizing that, and the fairness card in the middle, it's bringing this balance into alignment. And with the light shining above her head, and there's these birds of peace flying around her, and you have the earth on one side and then true love and manifesting on one side. And I feel it's kind of this sign of maybe your guides are saying to you, you have worked so hard and you have struggled, and now it's time for the earth and the universe to really, reward you and, bring some balance into life. And I feel that that's very strongly coming through here. So I've just added 2 more cards from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So the first one we have is Transformation, which is really talking about this, massive change coming. And I really do feel that there's an opportunity coming for you, again, like as I was just saying about the first 3 cards, it's kind of like the universe is recognizing, all that you've done, and you're going to reap the rewards for that, and, you're going to be gifted because of all that you've done. And, there's this deep transformation and this change that's happening. And if you look at that card, she's very powerful, she's on her throne, and she has this really beautiful glowing essence around her. And I feel that this is really you, that you really have this essence around you, and there's this transformation happening. And like even now I'm looking at the cards, and there's 5 cards, and 5 is the number of change and transformation, and there's this really, really powerful thing happening. And I do feel like it's a very positive opportunity that may show itself to you, especially as we have the yes card where it says just say yes. And this is a really beautiful and powerful card, that the universe is kind of saying to you yes, in all possible manners of the way that it could mean yes. And I think that the universe is really saying to you, either yes, go after your passions as with environmentalism, or yes, you are being rewarded for all of these things that you've gone through, or yes, this person is your true love. It could mean any of these things, so it's definitely a wide variety of meanings here. Okay, so I've just added 2 more cards from the Wisdom of Avalon deck. We have the Movement and the Cow, and again, these are really just kind of affirming what I've been saying. The movement is representing this change that's going to happen, and it's going to happen, I think, in a calm way. It's not going to be stressful, and the reason that I say that is because I'm looking at the river and the water in this image, and it's calm, it's still. There's a couple of ripples, but it's nothing like crazy, so maybe you'll feel like there's ripples, or, the situation may ruffle some feathers if you like, but it's not going to be, tip your world upside down kind of change. It may end up being that, but not initially. And I think, and again, looking at the cow is all about abundance, nourishment, receiving. The universe is really saying to you, and your spirit guides are really saying to you, you are ready to receive, and, it's okay to ask as well. And I think whatever it is, whichever message from the initial point that you feel you align with the most, there's change happening, whether that is environmental change, where maybe there's a really big thing happening for you that you're going to know with the environmental side of things. Maybe there's a big change in your love life. Maybe there's just a big change in that you're going to all of a sudden be receiving this blessing, this abundance, this beauty from the universe that's really coming through very powerfully. And this is something really, really special. And again, just adding these 3 more cards from the Crystal Grid Oracle deck. We have spirit guides, peace, and manifestation. And there's just this real sense of, things really coming up your way. And again, I'm thinking of the scales and balance and like evenness, and all of the numbers on these cards are even, and even on the 2 Wisdom of Avalon cards, we have 36, 22, 16, and 6. They're all even numbers. So yeah, there's this real sense of kind of balance and equality happening here. And, the card Spirit Guides is kind of just showing me that your Spirit Guides are really present. Your Spirit Guides are, they're communicating with you, and they really want to share with you this abundance, and they want you to ask from them so that you can receive. And again, looking at the central card being peace and this real sense of, just justice, peace, positivity, things working out really well. And what's very interesting is I'm looking on that card, and the crystals on that particular grid include tree agate. So again, we're linking back into the earth, linking back into maybe environmentalism, linking back into, passion for protecting your natural area and your, nature and your surroundings and, the earth. And I think that's really powerful. And then looking onto the final card, we have manifestation. Again, I feel that this is really saying that the universe is really providing to you something that you really wanted, something you really want. Maybe it is this true love relationship. Maybe it is, justice on the environmental level. Maybe it is something that's just going to really give you, this. It's almost like a reward for all that you've been going through. And I feel that the universe is really saying to you, we've got you, basically. Your spirit guides are there, they're present, and they want to really clarify that with you and really make sure you understand that they are supporting you always. So that's the end of your reading, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed it and that it resonated with you. Let me know if it did. Pop it in the comments. If it did, like this video, feel free to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay, pile number 3, time for your reading. So we're starting off with the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards here. So we start off with Mother Mary and expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. There's this real sense of, the universe really gifting something really magical to you, and to really just have faith. I feel like it's a definite message of having faith and, really trusting the universe, and that it has heard your prayers. You have been heard in what you've put out there, and it will manifest. And again, looking towards the central card, we have Isis, goddess of past life. And whether or not you believe in past lives or not, there's either, if you do believe in past lives and you want to recognize that, then maybe this what's going on with your life and what's coming up right now is something that maybe you've done in a past life, or maybe that has related back to a past life. And if past lives aren't your thing, I really feel that actually, do you know what? Either way, I really feel that this card is really clearly saying to me that you are finding your life's purpose. This life's purpose. You are finding the purpose for what your life is right now for you. And I think that's really powerful. And again, moving on, we have Bast, the goddess of independence. Your independence is the foundation for your strength and success. And again, there's this sense of success, of abundance, of aligning with your soul's purpose. And I feel that across these 3 cards, that's really what they're saying, is that, something really magical is going to manifest. Success is going to come, strength is going to come, and it's all coming because you are living this aligned life where you are really in touch with your true soul self. Okay, so adding these 2 cards from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, we have a card of, channeling and uplifting humanity. We have a card of really connecting to your divine purpose. And again, I feel this really ties in with the earlier on cards. And, there's this sense of you really connecting to why you are here. There's the word double mission on this card, and I feel like maybe that means you're going to work 2 different jobs, or you're going to have 2 very different careers, or there's this sense of 2 in your life, the sense of maybe living a double life, whatever this may mean to you, the sense of 2 different main areas of your life that really are both extremely important. And there's this real sense of achieving this, and maybe you're partway there. And I'm looking at the other card, the Warrior Woman card, saying, have you answered your deepest calling? And maybe there's this sense of you are really in alignment with yourself, but maybe there's deeper you can go. And maybe that's why there's a double mission, because there's, another thing you can be doing that really aligns with your soul. So maybe go into that, maybe think about and meditate on what it is that, your real deepest calling is. And I do just want to say that even though it is the Warrior Woman card, this does not matter what gender or sex you are. It's just saying, you have the strength to answer your deepest calling, regardless of, sex, gender, anything like that. It's just really showing up and showing you, you are powerful, you have this ability. And what I'm really getting from the sword, is thinking about tarot. And in tarot, the swords represent air, which represents kind of both communication and our thoughts. And there's this real sense of, are your thoughts holding you back? Because she's hiding behind the sword a little. Are your thoughts holding you back? And that's just a question really for you to kind of play with, I guess. Okay, so adding on a couple more cards. These are from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle deck. So we have the Birth and Rebirth card, which is all about really the sense of newness coming in, which is why, again, I'm thinking about this double mission, this deepest calling, this real alignment with your soul. Maybe there is more coming in. There's this birth and rebirth sense. And maybe there is some change coming. Again, I'm looking at the number on this card and it's 50. And the number 5 is representative of change and transformation. And I do feel that this birth and rebirth, maybe that you're going through, in whatever sense this may mean to you, is a transformation that will kind of change your life for the better, I feel. And I feel that maybe what you're moving away from is this wasp energy that's coming up as well. This energy of maybe some jealousy or anger and retaliation. Maybe there's a sense of actually, you know what? You can rise above any pettiness in your life. And I feel there's this real sense of, there's beauty in all these things. And winged animals are really powerful, messengers to our souls, to our spirit guides. And I feel that maybe there's a sense of saying, well, how do you see things? How do you see things? And I mean that by saying, when you see like a bee or a wasp or a bug that has wings, do you see it as this beautiful living creature and, this messenger to the spirits? Or do you see it as an irritating bug that's flying around and bothering you? And maybe there's this change of perspective that's going to come through. And maybe that's, where your rebirth is going to come, with this change of perspective. And, going deeper into your calling and your soul alignment is going to shift your perspective and help you to see things from this, more positive, clearer place. And again, I'm just adding these final 3 cards and looking at them from the Crystal Grid Oracle deck. And they're fun, angels, and soul healing. And I feel there's this real essence of maybe you take things too seriously in life. I know I do. It's one of my tendencies. And, maybe there's a way you can bring fun into your life. Because maybe sometimes the way you feel those feelings from the wasp, the anger, the jealousy, the need to lash out at people, maybe it's because, there's not enough fun and lightness in your life. Maybe you can bring in this lightness and it will help you to shift your perspective and again, bring in this really soul-aligned energy. And the central card is angels, and I feel that you really are protected and guided by angels. I feel that they really are very present with you and they're really showing up with you, and there's a real reason for that. And there's a sense of kind of alignment or realigning with this card that's really coming through. And clearing out, selenite, which is one of the crystals on this card, is a real crystal of cleansing. And I feel there's this real sense of you going through this cleansing of your perspective, of, your alignment, and you are in alignment. It's just, going deeper into that alignment and the sense of, as we said at the beginning, expecting a miracle, having the success, all of this stuff coming through. There's a sense of, having a shift of perspective, a transformation, and this is guided by the angels, and they're really going to hold you in that. And this selenite is just going to clear out all of the stuff that you no longer need. The card soul healing, we have this sense of really coming to our soul, coming to this place of balance within our soul. And it's a very balanced card looking at it. It's very, very equal, and it's very interesting just looking at this whole spread and really feeling into kind of all the aspects of it. And I really do feel that there's a sense of, deepening your soul alignment, and in doing so there's going to be a real big blessing that comes through from the universe. So that's your reading, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if it resonated with you in the comments. Please, if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.